little bit different than what we're normally seeing on Saturdays.
Good coverage there by Marvin Moody. And here's our first look at Shane Buechele, the experienced quarterback out of Arlington, Texas, the Texas transfer. In his second season now, getting the job done at SMU. They'll go on the ground. Memphis, a career high in their upset win of the Tigers their last time out. And a first down run here.
Back puts a hand on the face mask. The defender's trying to bring a guy down. Good no call, but already you've seen 2 successful runs by SMU offensively, establishing the run game early.
They have a terrific offensive line, a lot of experience and continuity, and that first pass attempt broken up.
Yard touchdown. He can score at any point on the field. That's going to be a big loss for the SMU offense.
Buechele on second down with time and first down yardage again. And look at this after the catch from Kylan Granson, the senior tight end.
Really shown throughout the season so far, Beth. They can line him outside. They can line him inside. That time Granson is a mismatch. They find a way to get him isolated. A nice throw from Buechele for the big gain.
43 yards down to the 32-yard line of Tulane. Danny Gray is the motion man, and he'll get it here on the jet sweep. Good stiff arm inside the 20 with first down yardage, diving for the pylon. Did he stay in bounds? They are going to say yes, he did. Touchdown Mustangs.
About 8 years, but look at the big win last week, taking down Florida. Outstanding job by Mon the last couple weeks.
Amari down carry for Tulane in the all-black jerseys, and as Lauren Sisler reported, the wave of change on everybody's nameplate, wanting to bring more awareness to social injustice and inequality. Off the play action, and Pratt finding Jones, breaking a tackle. And Amari Jones showing us his ability to pick up extra yardage after the grab. So that has been their bread and butter, and now making some adjustments. With Spears out, with youngsters now at tailback and at quarterback. Pratt, some good poise in the pocket, and finds his guy, Fat Watts, into the red zone for the Green Wave.
You're just seeing how different this offense looks, Beth, right? With Michael Pratt, he's more of a pro style and a dual threat quarterback at the same time.
That one's going to come back with the holding penalty.
But you like the rhythm in which Michael Pratt plays with, and the way the offense is now being ran under Will Hall, the offensive coordinator. This is what they envision. So many times you hear Willie Fritz and you think of the triple option, you think of the rushing attack. But Michael Pratt, we've seen so far, they're not afraid to let the young true freshman put the ball in the air. He's making great decisions over the first couple games, and that's the reason why they have so much trust in their quarterback.
4 for 4 for 66 yards to start, but now looking at a 2nd and 18 as Jones will join him in the backfield. And off the pump, we'll throw that one out of bounds.
Staff is really high on Pratt's abilities despite being a true freshman.
Looking at a 3rd and 18 here. Of course, he took over the job from Keon Howard, who started the first 3 games, and then Pratt stepped in. Had a rushing and a scoring touchdown in that first appearance as a starter, and he's hauled down here. 3rd sack.
Here, he just finds the football and brings it down. Big play for SMU getting off the field.
Punt is away, and that will head out of bounds.
Lined up at tight end, wide receiver, Kylan Granson, the big play threat now for this SMU offense.
All even at 7 apiece. Ulysses Bentley with the carry. Only 6 plays so far in this quarter, but they have been able, led by Granson. It's going to be critical for Tulane. Their pass defense has been porous, so they've got to figure out ways to get some pressure. The goal for defensive coordinator Jack Curtis was try and get Buechele to hang on it just a second longer so they could get to him. Almost had the pick on the outside as Shane threw.
Playing defensively, they got to make sure that they get some turnovers, create turnovers, and keep the offense of SMU on the sideline. That time, Williams almost with an interception.
Tanner Page is the motion man. Buechele Looking deep down the near sideline, puts it up for Danny Gray. And they say he, from just outside the 35-yard line for SMU. Buechele again quick on the release, looking to the edge, and he threw it that away, and Rashee Rice ran the other way. Second down.
And that's what Shane Buechele has done so far, not only this season, you're seeing it so far in this game.
Garrett Riley, who grew up around the air raid in his first year as the offensive coordinator, will run it again with Bentley. Riley replacing Rhett Lash. And what Sonny Dykes really liked about him was his familiarity and that sense of family he brings. Sonny Dykes and Lincoln Riley go back a long way. Looking for another third down conversion here, and the Tulane defense will hold as the kicking team will come on. Chris Nagar with an opportunity for a field goal of 48 yards. He's 7 for 7 on the season with a long of 46. So this would be his best effort of the year. And on a very gusty day in NOLA, trying to be their leader, trying to help them find some consistency. And here he is on the rollout, looking downfield. And that attempt incomplete, looking for their 2 losses. They blew double-digit leads. So one of the things that Willie Fritz was talking about is, hey, let's get the full game, the full 4 quarters under our belts here. Big stick by the SMU defense. Yeah, that's going to set up
back in 3rd and 10 plus and allow the rush to get free.
One of the best rushing teams in the country held to -3 yards on the ground so far in this first quarter. Passing situation here, and on the scramble, Pratt tried to get there himself.
Keep an eye on Pratt. Anytime that he breaks contain, you have someone right there. That time it was Shane Haley making a nice open field tackle and getting the defense off the field.
Second 3 and out forced by the SMU defense. And TQ Jackson telling everybody to stay away receiving yardage, and he was a favorite target for Shane Buechele. Good news is Danny Gray is back out there for SMU. They'll run it with Tyler Levine. So in the backfield, Levine and Tamarick Williams, 2 kind of battering
in this rushing attack for SMU.
And you just saw the advantage on the grass there for the SMU run game. 62 yards so far. They're going to get Osborne and Morris, a real experienced group. Terrific chemistry. What Sonny Dykes and Garrett Riley really like about that group in protecting Buechele. They'll step up and toss it deep down the middle.
Of play in Roberson's absence, as well as TJ McDaniels.
Looking at a 3rd and 14 here. Thank you, Lauren. Buechele setting up the screen, and good pursuit coming from behind to get the takedown.
His experience of knowing the down and distance at 3rd and 14, that, hey, they're not probably going to take a shot down the field. He goes and sniffs out the screen for a big play for Tulane.
A chance here for Amari Jones. And he will get run over the Ragin' Cajun spot in the rankings after the upset of Louisiana on Wednesday night.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Beth. Go ahead and rank them. Rank Coastal. They're ready. Rank them now. Rank them. Rank them.
That's a great story. Off there, big win against Memphis last time out, and getting ready for Cincinnati next week. Looking to stay focused here in New Orleans today. Playing a little faster tempo. Pratt's 5 for 7 through the air, and they have yet to.
Bootlegs, waggles. They're going to try to get him out of the pocket. I think that's where he's at his best, keeping his eyes downfield, getting him and finding a new launch point and allowing him to let his athleticism take over.
Out of the back.
Isolation, one-on-one, he seems to be the guy that Buechele is looking at every single play on 3rd down.
And has taken over kind of the leadership role for that wide receiver unit. Will be the offset back here from their own 34-yard line. Out of the gun, under pressure, passes away, incomplete. Good job that time with some heat off.
And SMU needs to add somebody, get him locked up.
Pass across the middle and caught. Tyler Page stays on his feet. The cutback inside the 25-yard line. And yet again, another huge play. That is the 5th pass of the day already for Buechele of over 20 yards.
That's the thing about Shane Buechele. If you want to run an option route, Shane Buechele can read the defense just as fast as he can find a way to find the leverage of a defensive player. If a defensive player plays to the outside, he'll throw it on the inside, and that's what Shane Buechele.
1 yards to Page. The first down pass incomplete. They'll go with 2 tight ends here on 2nd and 10 and run it with Ulysses Bentley, the redshirt freshman out of Houston, 4th best in SMU history. And tonight averaging over 5 per carry.
3rd down here, Beth. Watch the tight end. We talked about him a little bit earlier. Kylan Granson, number 83. He's the guy that lined all the way up.
Buechele. Down he goes, and the sack for Tulane.
Get more for Michael Pratt. Very accurate out of the pocket. They're going to try to do that the entire game, finding him create some lanes for him to throw to with this rush of it.
So a couple of new guys up front due to injury. Just a couple penalties apiece. And we'll set them back to their own 36, 1st and 15. Pratt, plenty of time against the 3-man rush. He'll tuck it and run. Trying to get to the edge, takes a big hit around the 40-yard line.
Back in the safety there, that time the safety won that one.
Crosley says, not on my watch, youngster. Sophomore out of Dallas making the play. Pratt comes right back to find Deuce Watts. Run game thus far.
Yeah, the run game has not been there, but 3rd and 2, I see this ball being still on the ground in the hands of Pratt.
Only 1 of 5 on 3rd down so far in this first half.
Watch the wide side of the field with the quarterback keeping the football.
And around here, 1st down, terrific cutback down inside the 44, fat
for a 1st down.
Well, you know, Hall and Coach Willie Fritz, they thought this group was real competitive. A little disappointed to be at 2-2 right now on the season. But the one thing they stress, right, when you talk with Willie is to help out their young quarterback, and Pratt on the run has to chuck it. Poise and the toughness that he has brought to the position since taking over the starting job in their last game from Keon Howard. Working out of the pistol on 2nd down, looking for some ground game, and they find some. Big burst. Stefan Hutterson.
The running game did not have last week. It's the great blocking up front, that time utilizing one of the tight ends in Wallace, finding enough of a crease to get this run game where they've been in the first couple weeks of the season.
Pickup of 25 into the red zone. Hutterson again. Look at that effort. Close to the 1st down marker, down inside. Cameron Carroll is now in there at tailback as Pratt will move under center here, short yardage. And did they draw the defense offside there with the hard count? On the ground, let's see if they stay there. And around, and a big hit.
Callaway just finding a nice little crease and meeting Watts for no gain.
Actually pushed him back a half a yard here. Couple of fakes. The lob into the end zone. So back to 1st and goal. Pratt will try on the sneak. They're going to mark him short.
Same play.
Yeah, 2nd and goal. Pratt again, this little spin move.
Fumble and not being set. That time Pratt took over and scored a touchdown. To show you how big play that this offense is. They can make drives, but it's always the big play, and that's what Tulane was worried about. They want to contain those big plays, but Buechele has been on point so far with those throws over 10 yards.
Got 6 of them over 20, as a matter of fact. He'll look to run it here. Thought he saw some space up the middle. Looking at a 1st and 21. Buechele looking deep down the middle. Out near midfield, and the catch is made by...
There's so many weapons on this offense. So many weapons.
37 yards there, and now the give to Ulysses Bentley. Got to give Tulane a chance to get some of their substitutes on. Bentley again. This quarterback, Buechele, looking for a block downfield, and Bentley is run.
TJ McDaniel.
8 for 47. So far in the half for Bentley. They'll use him in the play action here. Has the time to look downfield, and another
ball right on the receiver every time. Shane Buechele showing off the accuracy.
Bentley, good push off the edge, and a flag.
Jack Curtis, they played well against Houston early on, created some turnovers last week, but did not fade. They faded away in that second half, trying to get that same competitive speed up to balance again defensively.
Buechele, another deep ball heading to the end zone.
Buechele's just going one-on-one and throwing the football up, so they may have to switch to some cover two, try to help out these corners one-on-one on the outside.
1st and 10, Buechele again to the air. 2nd and 4 just inside the 10. Bentley cut down by
the tight end in the backfield, Colin Granson.
With this power set alongside Buechele. Looking right the whole way. The fade has it up in the air for Rice. And Rashid brings it down. Touchdown, SMU. That BYU team. Is Zach Wilson still considered unsung, or is America up to date?
Pretty good quarterback in Zach Wilson.
With a guy hitting on 81% of his passes. And their offense is averaging 44 a game. That's on deck. They still could get an invitation as an at-large, and certainly would still be eligible if they can get into the top 4 to be a part of the playoff conversation. The scramble here and the run for Pratt looks like they're going to go last week. So later tonight, just their 2nd game with Clayton Toon at quarterback. Under 2 minutes to go here in the half. Pratt slings it down the middle in Thank you, Lauren. Pratt on 2nd and 10. Hutterson, another nice run.
Now, and then let him take off and run.
They have now run for more than SMU. Quarter for Tulane, 79, however, in this 2nd quarter. Trying to take the lead into the locker room. Well, they got work to do. Good 2nd effort. Cameron, still plenty of time, and the timeouts for the Green Wave. Play action for Pratt. Good blitz pickup, and the deep ball in 1979, and Kirk was rocking out to his Sony Walkman, which was all the rage back in those days. Playing Pink Floyd's The Wall, or maybe a little Gloria Gaynor, I Will Survive. Right now, Tulane trying to seize the opportunity and a 1st down run down inside the 40-yard line. Pratt incomplete down inside the 15-yard.
Ball running and taking the shots down the field when those opportunities present themselves. But running the football so far that you saw in the first half has really, I think, slowed this game down. The reason why Tulane is, I think, right now with this game tied.
Another, and the Green Wave continue to move it, knocking on the door of that red zone. Back to Hutterson. He'll pick up a couple of more. Quarter plus. A career high for Hutterson is 100 yards. He's almost there. 93 today. Pratt scrambling. extending the play, and then we'll
the ball away, save some crucial yardage, and now you have a 3rd and 8. That was a terrific play by Michael Pratt because it gives them still that 3rd and 8 opportunity to get a first down here.
They need a conversion. This has been a problem for Tulane through the first 4 games, and not one here. Hutterson inside the 10, breaks a couple of tackles, and hits pay dirt for the Green Wave.
Nobody home. And then you just allow that body, that 5'9", 200-pound body, hard for a guy to bring down. Hutterson for the end zone.
Last week. We're going to try the reverse here, and they'll throw off it, and wide open at midfield is Rice breaking a tackle. Hauled out of bounds at the 20-yard line, and SMU brings out the trick play. Yardage with the face mask, and it is 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. 54 yards, and now Bentley trying to get to the outside. He'll pick up a few to the 7. Against Memphis, they land at number 17 in the national polls. Trying not to think of a showdown with Cincinnati next week. And Buechele trying to get the offense back on track. Incomplete into the back. They're going to bunch him up on the left side. Bentley will shift over that way. And he'll run it that way. Trying to get the corner, and he does. Touchdown, Ulysses Bentley. Plays of better than 20 yards. 3 plays of over 40 yards for SMU. And yet here Tulane is sticking right. Yeah, they ran down the field quickly. 3 plays, 75 yards, a little over a minute. And now they are looking to their
eyes in some extra gaps, because right now Tulane has been finding a little bit of success on that left side of the offensive line. SMU has to figure their rush defense out.
Pratt will hand it off up the middle, legs. Hutterson will actually stay on the field, line up as a wideout. Empty set. Passes away, incomplete, and it's one thing you don't want to do playing against an air raid offense like SMU is get a 3 and out and get them the ball right back. Buechele and company scoring on their last possession. He's got the experience in this system, as does his new OC, Garrett Riley, and of course the head coach, Sonny Dykes, as TQ Jackson can. They'll run it. Bentley.
His job is, because also remember, he's got a senior quarterback in Shane Buechele. I think a lot of offensive coordinators would love to have a 5th-year senior being able to man the offense for you when you're taking over a new job.
2nd and 5. Buechele will keep, and he'll get enough for it around. Rice, the favorite target, but it's been all hands on deck tonight, and Buechele has not been afraid to go looking for different guys. Right as usual today, 14 for 24 so far. 1st and 25, he'll dump it off for Bentley, and he's cut down at the 15-yard line. Kevin Henry with a big hit in the open field. Grad student from Baton Rouge.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Kevin Henry. Also the grad student coming from Oklahoma State as well, the transfer. This is what he brings to this defense, right? He wanted to come back home to Louisiana and finish off his college career. They said this has been what he's brought, an intensity, but he's also brought some big-time college football right there, showing you how to make a play, going inside out, making a tackle, forcing a long 2nd down.
4 tackles, a couple for loss for Kevin today. Out into the flat. His tight end again, Kylan Granson, will chug out across the 20-yard line. Get some of it back for 3rd down. They need to get out to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, 3rd and long here, Beth. This is a long down and distance, 3rd and 21. Obviously, you keep the running back in front of you for the screen play, but if you're SMU, you just want to get half of this back. If you can get all of it, yes, that's fine, but you want to at least get half of this back and put your defense back out there on the field.
Buechele's been terrific on 3rd down tonight. He will drop it off underneath and see if Danny Gray can do the work for him, and Gray's going to get the 1st down. Breaking a tackle at midfield. Gray inside the 30, and the defender Monroe got an angle on him to shove him out of bounds, and another huge conversion, and the big plays continue. Gray with a rushing touchdown, and now a big play through the air on the receiving end. Another set of downs for Buechele and Ulysses Bentley.
A big play. That's devastating for a defense.
Gray joins. Buechele looking the other way. Now he'll come back to the right, and he will tuck it and run with it. And it will be Cougars versus Cougars showdown. And two programs with the last two non-Power 5 Heisman Trophy winners, Kirk Morris.
Yeah, that's dedication, Beth. That is dedication. Good job, Lauren, on finding him, because look, I know it's hard for some fans right now not being there, especially people who have put so much into these programs.
Pratt got hit on the release.
Keep the chains moving. Putting your quarterback into this 3rd and long. Got to find a way to get a first down.
He's missed on his last 5 pass attempts, make it 6. So they is the new punt return man here back deep. And Page will take it at his own 12. And Page will hang last season for Arizona.
And obviously, Dak Prescott, being injured, I think Cowboy fans still feel like they got a great opportunity to make some noise in this NFL season.
Ulysses 3rd and 10. Hit from behind, and down goes Buechele. 3rd sack.
Get the right pressure, you dial it up, and they bring that corner blitz by the true freshman. He brings Buechele down.
And a short kick that will bound out of bounds at the 43-yard line. First and 15. And the handoff will close out the 3rd quarter. To take advantage of the short field after the punt. They're now looking at 2nd and 14 for Michael Pratt. Blitz coming right in his face. Able to get away from it. Buys time, throws towards the end zone.
A possible touchdown. He's been deadly accurate on that type of throw all game.
They're going to need him to warm up, Kirk. He's 0 for his last
19.
They did not have a single passing yard in that 3rd quarter. Looking for some here early in the 4th. Pratt forced to step up, elusive out of the pocket. Flag is down behind him as he scrambles down inside the 20. 3rd and 29. The penalty's costly here on the possession for Tulane. Pratt looking for somewhere to go. Able to dump it off to Robertson. 10th of the night. Pratt going up top. Has a man behind the defense down to the 10.
But just a
First
great play
and
call.
goal.
Just get it.
And they run it with Hutterson right up the gut.
And Michael Pratt just says, you know what, if you're going to give me the lane, I'm going to take it. That was a design run. They've been waiting for that play. We always say, I've watched him a couple times already. I think this is a big one for him. I think he takes it.
And Buechele, despite 300 yards passing, has some ground to make up. The 2nd and 8 throw.
Danny Gray has been the 3rd down target for Shane Buechele.
Buechele throws it to the outside, and it is hauled in and caught by Rashee Rice. Rice and will run with it and get close to midfield. Corral. 2nd down and 3. And the run will pick up the 1st down. Beth Mullins, Kirk Morris, and Lauren Sisler with you. 2nd and 5. A big hole up the middle.
And you're starting to see right now that Tulane defense starting to look really, really tired, playing a ton of plays tonight.
66 plays. They have now gone over 500 yards, and Bentley will add a couple more. They've run for 120.
Is really relying on the run game so far in this drive, getting some great push up front.
Bentley breaking a couple of tackles to get. 11th play of the drive coming up. 7 of them so far have been runs. They'll stay that way, and now they're looking at a third down situation.
And try to find or make a play. Both tight ends up top, giving a long angle for Johnson, his defensive end, to have to get around.
From the 16-yard line, Buechele finds his man and for a first down inside the... Couple of tight ends in the backfield with Bentley. Buechele will throw it into the end zone, back shoulder touchdown, and it's Danny Gray. In the Ivy League, making just his second career start tonight. And looking for an upset, the likes of which they haven't seen in a while for the Green Wave. Heaves it downfield and it's caught. Fat Watts has it for a first down.
And delivering a strike.
Deuce and Fat, 5 catches for 87 yards tonight. Both these teams know about late field goals, late wins and losses. 3-point game down the stretch, out into the flat, a completion and another first down. Well, it would be a huge moment for this offense and could steer them in the right direction for the second half of their season. Next week, you'll have Maction returning in a couple of weeks. Of course, the Big Ten is back next weekend, and the Pac-12 the week after that. Everybody will be back in play as we continue to deal with the pandemic. On 2nd and 6, a flag down. Penalties have been much more prevalent for... Under 4 to go, 1st and 10. Handoff off the right side for a couple.
Let's see, how much do you trust the young quarterback, right? 2nd and 9. Now, do you put it in the air or you keep it on the ground, which it had so much success in the second half? Especially the quarterback draw is another weapon that they've used here in this second half.
Jones on 2nd and 9 gets right back to the line of scrimmage. You also see that is the field goal target line.
Down territory here if they can't pick it up here on 3rd down. Remember, Michael Pratt can take off if nothing's there.
Just a 3-man rush here for SMU. Pratt will throw it downfield, and he's got a man caught for a first down at the 11-yard line. Fat Watts got it.
Pulling it in for a first down.
20-yard pickup for Watts, 1st and 10. And the Twins have now gathered over 100 yards receiving combined tonight. Under 2 minutes to go. Run right up the gut and inside the 10-yard line for Hutterson. Plus.com for the info. And on a 2nd and 7, Tulane will run it up the middle and get stuffed right around the 10-yard.
The 3rd down, and it's one of the Watts brothers. Whether it's Deuce, whether it's Fat, it's one of those Watts brothers that you're looking for on 3rd down if you're Michael Pratt.
Pratt thought about Amari Jones out of the backfield. Now he'll have to improvise. Pratt, pressure coming, reverses direction, back outside around the 25. And this is big play. Gray gonna bring it out. Gets across the 20 to the... Gray will stay out there and come to the bottom of your screen, and Rashee Rice. He returns underneath. This is caught by Ulysses Bentley. 2nd 11. They're spying Buechele, so he can't run with it, and he will have to throw it out of bounds, and it's 3rd down.
Hey, Buechele, try to rush him to his right. Get him out of the pocket. Don't allow him enough time to find whether it's Rice or even Gray down here at the bottom, one-on-one.
And now if you're Tulane with the 2 timeouts, you're thinking, let's get a stop and get the ball back for our guys. Buechele Rifles it across the middle, first down, caught by Tyler Page, and he's inside the 40-yard line.
On a safety.
They have been absolutely ridiculous tonight. Buechele. Gray had it, knocked away.
But again, if I get one-on-one on the outside on SMU for that pass rush.
Blitz coming, Buechele gets away from it. The pass downfield, incomplete. A miss earlier in the game, and now the miss there. And it's 34-all from Michael Pratt and the Tulane offense. And they'll have to throw it out. A win against a ranked team at home 41 years ago. They have some late magic here. Pratt under duress extends the play. He's going to run with it. A lot of room, sliding down close to the 35-yard line.